SSF not to detach her from the people. The Prime Minister was addressing the Darbar of the SSF on its 38th founding anniversary at the Prime Minister's office. She was not in power. The Prime Minister asked the SSF personnel to perform their duties in ensuring security for the VVIPs with firmness, efficiency, discipline, honesty, responsibility and topmost professionalism. Sheikh Hasina said her government is doing everything to ensure safety of the SSF personnel. The Prime Minister said they have made Bangladesh digital and are now working to transform it into a smart country by 2041 and change the fate of the people by giving them beautiful and improved life.
আমাদের এসএসএফ যেহেতু সবসময় আমার অতি নিকটে থাকে, আমি সবসময় চিন্তায় থাকি। আমাদের এসএসএফ প্রতিটি সদস্য সর্বক্ষণ প্রশংসনীয় কর্মোদ্যোগ, আনুগত্য, সততা, নিষ্ঠার সাথে দায়িত্ব পালন করে যাচ্ছেন। একদিকে যেমন আর্থসামাজিক উন্নয়ন, অপরদিকে দেশের স্বাধীনতা, সার্বভৌমত্ব রক্ষা এবং বাংলাদেশকে এবং বাঙালি জাতিকে সারা বিশ্বের মর্যাদার সাথে যেন মাথা উঁচু করে বিশ্বে চলতে পারে, সেদিকে লক্ষ্য রেখেই আমরা আমাদের কাজ করে যাচ্ছি। আমরা রাজনীতি করি, আমার কিন্তু আর কোনো শক্তি নেই, শক্তি একমাত্র জনগণ। এই জনগণের শক্তিটা নিয়েই আমরা চলি, কাজে এই জনবিচ্ছিন্ন যাতে না হয়ে যায়। আমি জানি এটা কঠিন দায়িত্ব, তারপরেও এদিকটাও নজর রাখতে হবে যে এই মানুষগুলির জন্যই তো রাজনীতি করি, এই মানুষদের নিয়েই তো পথ চলা, আর যাদেরকে নিয়ে দেশের মানুষের কাজ করি তাদের থেকে যেন কোনো মধ্যে বিচ্ছিন্ন হয়ে না যায়। মানুষের থেকে বিচ্ছিন্ন হলে কিন্তু আমাকে আর গুলি বোমা লাগবে না, এমনি শেষ হয়ে যাবো। কাজে এরাই আমার প্রাণ শক্তি, এটুকু মনে রাখতে হবে। আমি এসএসএফের সবাইকে বলবো যে অতি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ব্যক্তিবর্গের নিরাপত্তা প্রদানে সবসময় পেশাগত দক্ষতা অর্জনের পাশাপাশি প্রত্যেকেই দৃঢ়তা, উন্নত শৃঙ্খলা, সততা, দায়িত্বশীলতা এবং মানবিক গুণাবলী নিয়েই নিজেদেরকে তৈরি করে অর্পিত দায়িত্ব পালন করতে হবে, যেটা তো করে যাচ্ছ। তারপর আমি তোমাদেরকে বলবো যে সবসময় এই কথাটা মাথায় রাখবে, শৃঙ্খলা, আনুগত, পেশাগত মান বিচারে এই বাহিনী হয়ে উঠুক একটি আদর্শ নিরাপত্তা বাহিনী, আমি এই প্রত্যাশাই করি।
Prime Minister's Security Affairs Advisor, Major General retired Tariq Ahmed Siddiqui and Principal Secretary Mohammad Tofazul Hussain Mia were present on the days. SSF DG Major General AKM Najmul Hassan gave the address of welcome. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said that though there are some legal complications, strong diplomatic and legal activities are on to bring back BNP acting chairperson Tariq Rahman, who is now staying in the UK, to Bangladesh. The Leader of the House said this while responding to a tabled question during her question-answer session in Parliament this afternoon. The Prime Minister said that there are some legal complications regarding the return of fugitive accused Tariq Rahman, who was convicted in multiple cases, including the August 21st grenade attack case. Sheikh Hasina said her government is determined to resolve all the complications in the legal process and bring this criminal back to the country and execute the punishment he deserves. The relevant departments of the government, including the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, are working, maintaining necessary communications with the UK government, she added. Mentioning that 15 accused, including Tariq Rahman alias Tariq Zia, are currently absconding in the August 21st grenade attack, the Leader of the House said that efforts are on to arrest the absconding fugitive accused. Smart Bangladesh will advance with the 4 key pillars of smart citizen, smart government, smart society and smart economy. Deputy Leader of the House, Demetia said this while taking part in general discussion on the proposed budget for the 2024-25 fiscal year in Jatiyo সংসদ today. The Deputy Leader of the House said that Bangabandhu's daughter Sheikh Hasina is advancing the country's development by preparing the people of Bangladesh for the 4th Industrial Revolution. The 2024-25 budget focuses on social security programs, agriculture, industry and investment, and includes measures to ease the income tax burden on common people, Demetia added. The budget discussion was also addressed among others by Foreign Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood, Parliament members Dr. Abdul Razak, AFM Bahauddin Nasim, Abdul Latif Siddiqui, Anisul Islam Mahmood, Ashiqullah Rafiq, Amatul Kibriya Kea Chaudhry and Biren Sheikhdar. Earlier, question answers were tabled in the Jatiyo সংসদ. Later, Education Minister Mohibul Hasan Chaudhry placed the International Mother Language Institute Amendment Bill 2024 in Parliament. The bill was sent to the Parliamentary Standing Committee of the respective ministry for further scrutiny and was asked to submit its report within the next 30 days. The House is now adjourned till 4 p.m. tomorrow. Newly appointed Bangladesh ambassador to Kuwait, Major General Syed Tariq Hussain, called on President Mohammad Shahabuddin at Bangabhavan this noon. Later, at a briefing, President's press secretary, Mohammad Jainal Abidin, said that during the meeting the new envoy sought the President's directives and cooperation in discharging his duties. President Mohammad Shahabuddin said bilateral relations between Bangladesh and Kuwait is excellent, noting that Kuwait is one of the important destinations for manpower exports of Bangladesh. The President asked the new ambassador to work for increasing the export of Bangladeshi manpower in the coming days. President Mohammad Shahabuddin also directed the new envoy to utilize the existing potentials for increasing trade and investment between the two countries. President's Office Secretary Mohammad Wahidul Islam Khan and Military Secretary Major General Mohammad Adil Chaudhry were present. BRTC shuttle buses have started running from Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport to different points in the capital in a circular schedule. Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir inaugurated the activity today. Responding to a query, the minister said the government's zero-tolerance policy against corruption is continuing.
দুর্নীতি নেই এমন দাবি তো আমরা করছি না। আর দুর্নীতি সরকারি কর্মকর্তারা করে, পলিটিশিয়ানরা করে না, এটাও তো বলা ঠিক। কারণ আমরা যখন কথা বলি সবার কথাই বলছি, তখন আমাদের প্রথমত আয়নায় নিজের চেহারাটা দেখা হচ্ছে। আমি আমলাদের করাপশনের বিরুদ্ধে, তো আমার এখানেও তো করাপশন আছে, নেই? অবশ্যই আছে। আমি মনে করি এখানে দুদক আছে। দুর্নীতি যেই করুক, এখানে সরকারের জিরো টলারেন্স, প্রধানমন্ত্রীর জিরো টলারেন্স, দুর্নীতি তদন্ত করার অধিকার আছে দুদকের, এবং এর স্বাধীনতা সরকার কোনো প্রকার হস্তক্ষেপ করেনি।
Civil Aviation and Tourism Minister Lieutenant Colonel retired Mohammad Farooq Khan, Roads and Highways Division Secretary ABM Amin Ullah Nuri, among others, were present. Foreign Minister and Awami League Joint General Secretary Dr. Hassan Mahmood said the government inked new memoranda of understanding and renewed previous memoranda of understanding with India by upholding the interests of Bangladesh. He said this in response to a query on BNP's criticism over Prime Minister's recent India tour. The minister was exchanging views with journalists at the Foreign Ministry today. He said the BNP is making negative comments as it failed to understand the difference between agreement and memorandum of understanding.
বিরোধিতায় কারণে অকারণে সরকারের বিরোধিতাই করতে হবে। আর চুক্তি আর সমঝোতার পার্থক্য না বুঝে মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর সাহেব বক্তব্য দিচ্ছেন। আমি ওনাকে বলবো আগে একটু ভালো মতো পড়াশোনা করে তারপর মিডিয়ার সামনে আসার জন্য। কোনো চুক্তি হয়নি, যে সমঝোতা স্মারকগুলো হয়েছে সেগুলো সবগুলোই বাংলাদেশের স্বার্থে হয়েছে, বাংলাদেশের স্বার্থ সংরক্ষণ করে হয়েছে।
Responding to another question on connectivity, the Foreign Minister said the government is working to boost regional road and rail connectivity with regional countries, including India, Bhutan and Nepal. Earlier, the outgoing Swedish ambassador to Bangladesh, Alexandra Berg von Lind, called on Foreign Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. They discussed different issues of bilateral interests, including trade, climate change, technology and Rohingya issue. State Minister for Information and Broadcasting Mohammad Ali Arafat said the signing of APA will play effective role in ensuring good governance. He said this at a function organized to sign Annual Performance Agreement 2024-25 among the organizations under the Information and Broadcasting Ministry today. The function was organized at the conference room of the ministry, presided over by Information and Broadcasting Ministry's Senior Secretary Humayun Kabir Khondokar. The State Minister said this agreement will build confidence among people.
এগুলো কিন্তু যুগান্তকারী বিভিন্ন পদক্ষেপ এবং এই পদক্ষেপগুলো আসলে বাইরে আরো বেশি আমি মনে করি যে জনসাধারণকে জানানো দরকার সেই কাজটি আমরা করতে চাই কারণ কাজ অনেক হচ্ছে অনেক এগিয়ে যাচ্ছে কিন্তু অ্যাওয়ারনেস ক্রিয়েশনের ক্ষেত্রে আমরা মনে হয় একটু পিছিয়ে আছি আজকের এই অনুষ্ঠানের মাধ্যমে আমরা যেটি করলাম এটি যদি আমরা গণমাধ্যমে আরেকটু বেশি করে নিয়ে আসি তাহলে সাধারণ মানুষের মধ্যে একটা আস্থা তৈরি হবে যে সরকার স্বচ্ছতা এবং জবাবদিহিতা নিশ্চিত করার জন্য এই প্রক্রিয়াগুলি শুরু করেছে এবং কাজগুলি করে যাচ্ছে
আমরা তথ্য মন্ত্রণালয় সরকারি যে কর্মসূচিগুলো এগুলো কিন্তু বাহিরে প্রকাশ করা জানান দেওয়া মানুষের কাছে অ্যাওয়ারনেস তৈরি করা এগুলো কিন্তু আমাদের বড় দায়িত্ব এগুলো আপনারা সবাই আছেন সবাই কিন্তু মিডিয়া রিলেটেড কিন্তু আমাদের যে দপ্তর অধিদপ্তরগুলো এগুলো যেন বেশি বেশি করেন
Additional Secretary of the Ministry, Sayyida Salma Jafreen, also spoke. The Ministry's APA focal person, Deputy Secretary Muhammad Azizul Islam, moderated the function. On behalf of the Ministry, Senior Secretary Muhammad Humayun Kabir Khondokar signed the agreement, followed by heads of different offices under the Ministry inking the agreement on behalf of their offices. State Minister for Information and Broadcasting Muhammad Ali Arafat has called upon mass media workers to highlight the good and constructive initiatives of Chhatra League before the people. He said this while inaugurating BSL Inter-University Indoor Cricket 2024 at Shahid Sohrawardi Indoor Stadium at Mirpur in the capital today. 64 universities have been participating in the tournament organized by Bangladesh Chhatra League. The motto of the program is "We will stop drugs, child marriage, dowry and build a smart Bangladesh." Addressing the program, the State Minister said leaders and activists of Chhatra League have been trying to resist militancy whenever militants try to take up a position in the country.
ভালো উদ্যোগগুলো গঠনমূলক উদ্যোগগুলোকে আরো বড় আকারে আপনারা প্রচার করুন সেগুলো আগামী দিনের নতুন প্রজন্মকে আরো উদ্বুদ্ধ করবে সামনের দিকে শুভ চিন্তা করতে সাহায্য করবে প্রতিটি শিক্ষা প্রতিষ্ঠানে জঙ্গিবাদ এবং মৌলবাদের বিপক্ষে সবচেয়ে বড় প্রতিবন্ধক হিসেবে দাঁড়িয়ে আছে ছাত্রলীগ এবং আগামী দিনগুলোতে ক্রীড়া সাংস্কৃতিক বিভিন্ন অনুষ্ঠান আয়োজনের মাধ্যমে ছাত্রলীগ প্রমাণ করুক যে এই ছাত্রলীগের প্রতিষ্ঠাতা খোদ জাতির জনক বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমান
Presided over by President of Chhatra League Saddam Hussain, the function was also addressed by Prime Minister's Special Assistant Barrister Biplab Borua, Member of Parliament Ferdows Ahmed, General Secretary of Chhatra League Sheikh Wali Asif Inan, National Women Cricket Team Nigar Sultana Jyoti and President of Dhaka City North Awami League Riaz Mahmood. The flood situation continues to improve in Sylhet, Molvi Bazar and Shunamganj as the water level was falling in the major rivers of these districts. In Sylhet, the water of Shurma was flowing 55 centimeters below the danger mark in the district. Although 6 millimeters rain was recorded this morning, water receded from most of the areas of Sylhet city. 22,000 people in the district have already left shelters and 12,000 flood victims are still staying at 256 shelters. 126 medical teams have been providing Medicare service to the flood victims in Sylhet. In Shunamganj, water in the Shurma River was flowing 46 centimeters below the danger level in the district. Low-lying and higher areas of the district remain inundated. People started leaving shelters as the flood situation improved in most of the areas of Shunamganj. The relief program is being continued in the district. Although the flood situation has improved in Molvi Bazar, water is still to recede at Hakulupi Howar. Local administration has been distributing relief among the flood victims at shelters and flood-prone areas. In Bogura, water in all major rivers, including Jamuna, has increased due to upstream water. Croplands in Dhunot and Shariakandi Upazila went under flood as water in Jamuna River increased at Bogura Point. District administration has taken various initiatives to tackle advanced floods. Now, international news. Israeli strikes hit a crowded evacuation center in Gaza City and a camp for displaced people in Khan Yunis. At least 15 people were killed as Israel's airstrike leveled to the ground the Abu Awad family home in northern Gaza's Beit Lahia town. Rescue workers are searching for survivors trapped under the rubble of the home destroyed by an Israeli strike in northern Gaza's Beit Lahia. People in Gaza are enduring subhuman conditions, with a third of the population picking through trash to survive in the oppressive summer heat, says the Mercy Corps and aid group. The U.S. is urgently seeking a diplomatic agreement to end the violent conflict on the Israel-Lebanon border, U.S. Pentagon Chief Lloyd Austin says. At least 37,658 people have been killed and 86,237 wounded in Israel's war on Gaza since October the 7th. Ahead of their first presidential debate tomorrow, Joe Biden and Donald Trump are offering sharply different visions of the U.S. role in the world, both in style and substance. The rare matchup between a current and former president puts their stark contrasts on display. Trump, during his 2017-2021 presidency, vowed to put America first with a combative and often isolationist view of the world, while Biden took office in 2021 vowing America is back, rekindling relationships with allies. Both the presidents were adamant on pulling U.S. troops out of Afghanistan, seeing America's longest war as not worth the cost to American blood and treasury. But the two criticized each other on the implementation, in line with their strong public disagreements on most issues, including Ukraine, Russia, Middle East, China, and North Korea issues. North Korea might have launched a hypersonic missile, South Korea has said, as intelligence agencies investigated a ballistic missile test that failed early on Wednesday. A JCS official later told reporters, on condition of anonymity, that the military was considering the possibility that the weapon was a hypersonic missile, noting that it exploded in mid-air over waters off North Korea's east coast. The official told the Yonhap news agency that there appeared to be more smoke than during previous launches, raising the possibility of combustion issues. It also appeared to be a solid-fueled missile, the official added. The latest missile test came days after North Korea signed a comprehensive strategic cooperation treaty with Russia, and as the U.S. aircraft carrier Theodore Roosevelt arrived in Busan to take part in joint military drills with South Korea and Japan. Kenyan President Ruto has declined to sign the contentious finance bill that lawmakers voted to pass on Tuesday, a bill that would have hiked taxes. Several people were killed on Tuesday after police fired live rounds at protesters trying to storm Kenya's parliament. Parts of the parliament building were set on fire by protesters. Military was deployed in Kenya to support the police in tackling the security emergency in the country. Ruto had earlier warned that his government would take a tough line against violence and anarchy, likening some of the demonstrators to criminals. The United States on Tuesday launched a new satellite expected to significantly improve forecasts of solar flares and coronal mass injections, huge plasma bubbles that can crash into Earth, disrupting power grids and communications. The U.S. Space Agency announced that a SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket carrying the satellite into orbit took off from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida at 5:26 p.m. It will be the fourth and final in a series of satellites that have tracked hurricanes and tornadoes, monitored climate and sea surface temperature, air quality, and even meteor detections since 2016. Orbiting 22,236 miles above the equator, the satellites match the speed of Earth's rotation in order to hold their positions over specific regions and provide continuous coverage. On now to the weather. The Met Office, in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow, said light to moderate rain or thunder showers accompanied by temporary gusty wind is likely to occur at most places over Rangpur, Mymensingh, Dhaka, Borishal, Chattogram and Sylhet divisions, and at many places over Rajshahi and Khulna divisions. The night and day temperature may fall slightly over the country, said the Met Office. Moving on now to sports. Cricket Academy ground in Trinidad tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. Bangladesh Standard Time. Defending champions England and India will play in the second semi-final on the same day. The two heavyweights will face each other at the Providence Stadium in Guyana at 8:30 p.m. Bangladesh Standard Time. Football. Argentina beat Chile by 1-0 in their second match of the Copa America group stage and advanced to the quarterfinals. Lautaro Martinez scored the lone goal for Argentina in the 88th minute of the match at the MetLife Stadium in the United States. As a result, Argentina confirmed the quarterfinals with one match remaining. Earlier, they beat Canada 2-0. Argentina won their two matches in the A group and reached the quarterfinals with a total of 6 points. Lionel Messi's team will play the last match against Peru. Canada, who lost 1-0 to Peru in the other match, is in second place with 3 points in two matches. Chile is third with 1 point in the same match, and Peru is fourth. Peru also collected 1 point in two matches. To wind up the bulletin, here again are the main points. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina asks SSF personnel not to isolate her from public while providing security, as people are her lifeblood. Strong diplomatic and legal efforts continuing to bring convicted Tariq Rahman back to the country, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Obaidul Qadir calls upon politicians to look at their own reflections in mirror rather than pointing only at government officials over corruption. Government inked new memorandums of understanding and renewed previous ones with India only for sake of country's interests, says Foreign Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Flood situation improves in Sylhet, Sunamganj and Molvi Bazar, while new areas inundated in Bogra. Israeli bombardments kill 15 Palestinians, with people enduring subhuman conditions due to lack of food in Gaza. And Afghanistan face South Africa in the first semi-final of the T20 World Cup tomorrow. India to face England in the second semi-final. That's it from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us.